Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
The Ultimate Movie Championship! Episode 87 of the show where Keith Spurlock and myself sit down. We're given two movies at random. We must argue and fight over which of those movies is better and more deserving to be placed on our ultimate movie list, which you can find over at flickchart.com/IDP. Let's see how it all plays out in this episode right now.
Fredward Scissorhands versus Night at the Museum.
It's like hard to talk. I'm drinking and smoking and fucking my other hand is rubbing my dick. I don't know what's going on. I have seen both of these. You as well, I'm assuming. I mean, it's on our top 250, so I don't know what I'm asking at this point. Unless it's sometimes there's a clerical error where
sometimes one of us is like,
I randomly click the wrong thing, or it's like
that. Sometimes I randomly spill beer all over myself. So,
well, get that hole in your lip fixed.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, Edward Scissorhands.
It's like that was even a like.
It's one of my top fucking what's his face movies.
TB.
Yeah, probably that underneath. Like there's Big Fish, and Beetlejuice, which kind of interchange depending. And then third probably Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Groundhogs Day versus A Clockwork
Orange
Trump. Yeah.
Clockwork Orange.
No way, Groundhog's Day.
I love Groundhog's Day, but Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, I
is
love
fucking
Groundhog's Day. Clockwork Orange is a good film, but you can go fuck yourself. It's like, it's just too bummer. I'd rather watch Groundhog's Day all day. Bill Murray. It's just like,
I get where you're going with this, and I love Groundhog's Day, but I'm not going to go against. I would give you
Dunkirk's a great movie, but I'd put Groundhog's Day over Dunkirk.
Yeah. I would give you Groundhog's Day over The Shining, but I won't do it over Clockwork Orange.
Well, I appreciate
take
that.
It to the judges.
I appreciate you making concessions for Groundhog's Day, but I would go Groundhog's Day over all of his movies. And I like some of his movies, but every single one of them I'd go Groundhog's Day. All right. We cannot decide, so we go to the judges. Rotten Tomatoes. Which is kind of a bummer that we go to the judges for basically whatever movie's the higher rated is going to win.
Sometimes you got to take a fucking... Jesus Christ.
That's a lot higher than I thought it was.
96%.
Ash fell on my glasses. I just got cream pied by my fucking joint. 96% Rotten Tomatoes Groundhog's Day, higher than fan score, which is insane in the membrane. Versus, fuck other movie was it?
Clockwork Orange.
Which the scene where they have to pry his eyes open. I mean, there's 93. Fan scores only tie it. Right? Was it 93 for Groundhog's Day? See, I'm good with the judges on that.
I'm fine with... hey, I'll take the judges' score on that.
Hannibal versus Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which Hannibal is the...
sequel? Mm-hmm. Is it the third?
It's the one where they cut...
Ray Liotta's...
Well, technically, yeah, the third. Manhunter was the first, then Silence of the Lambs was technically a sequel.
Oh, so this was the second. Well, like, fuck Manhunter. I'm not counting that.
Manhunter's
better
than Hannibal.
Is it?
Yeah, Hannibal's not good. Manhunter's
okay.
It's just 80s kind of like... Sure, I liked.
But I thought Manhunter was made for TV or something.
No, it's just... I mean, it wasn't a big budget. It's like... It might have been. I don't know. I still liked it better.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, for sure.
For sure, yeah.
One of my favorite kids' movies that is super dark.
Super dark, yeah. There's no earthly way of knowing the rest of the words for that song I'm not showing.
I know the whole song.
Is it raining? Is it snowing? E.T. the extraterrestrial.
I love both of these posters.
E.T. the extraterrestrial versus Star Wars.
The OG.
I like the Star Wars more, but I do agree they are good posters.
I'm gonna go Star Wars.
Yeah.
E.T. for some reason
Star
for me
Wars
is
kinda
not.
weak.
Yeah, Star Wars for me is
For
the
the
weakest
trilogy.
of the
First
original trilogy.
trilogy.
And a lot of people are like, "Fuck you! I fucking." Yeah, okay. I was born past 77.
No,
so.
you know what? They can just suck your dick, because fuck them. I mean, who cares? Born in the 60s. Watch all three. The first one
Well, obviously,
is great
the
for the
production value
time.
goes up with each one.
Well, yeah, but like for the time, Star Wars was like, oh, it's fucking amazing. Their model, like they did great work for
They
the
won
time.
Oscars for that shit.
I'm talking about fucking movie, story, shit that happens in the movie. This is like weak compared to the second two. I mean, this one's a lot better only because Rogue One exists. Makes this one so much better. But it's a very like shallow film. There's not a lot of depth to it. Whereas the second two have a lot more depth.
It's definitely the setup for the hero's tale, and I'm glad that the next two movies
Well,
were better.
it is
but
the hero's
I still am going Star Wars.
Yeah.
E.T. just didn't hold up for me. I never want to I saw that in the theaters as a kid, I remember.
I mean, I watched. It was one of the VHS.
It was
tapes I
obviously
had
one of
when
the
I watched
times
a
they
bunch.
re-released it because that used to
I mean,
be
they've never done that to Star Wars. 3 times. I'm surprised they didn't for
randomly,
the new
like
ones.
I'm sure it was like 88 or something. Like they was like, "Hey, watch E.T. at the movie theaters."
Right.
But this was like before video rentals really were a huge thing.
I almost want to go E.T.
I can't do it.
Just because, like, I mean, out of what we know as Star Wars,
Elliot.
sure. You're just making me like it more. Just keep reminding me more of the movie.
Drew Barrymore,
Sure.
Gertie.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I think E.T.
I can't.
I mean, if it was any of the other fucking early ones, I'd go Star Wars
Look at
2,
that
Star Wars
poster,
3.
though.
I don't give a fuck. We're not going on poster. You said you liked both of the posters. I liked the Star Wars one more. But I'm talking about movie. If it was Star Wars 2 or 3, for sure beats E.T. Star Wars 1, little weak. E.T. destroys the prequels.
Well,
But
yeah,
this
but
one-
that's not a prequel.
I know. It's just beating this one. It's not destroying it. It's a close decision. But I got to go E.T. Because fucking, there's so many fucking movies and franchises. Like, okay, I can't have them all in here just because they're part of some bullshit. I want the best ones.
True.
That's not the best one.
All right, you got me. I'll go E.T. Good argument.
Yeah, I just didn't want. Try not to go to the judges.
Oh, motherfucker.
Wow. Well, okay. Goodfellas versus Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Goodfellas.
If this was Snatch, maybe more difficult, but I'd still go Goodfellas.
Yeah, I mean,
think Goodfellas
I
beats.
just really like Lock, Stock.
Me too.
But I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
Goodfellas is fucking
Yeah.
good. It's good. It's Goodfellas.
Yeah, but
If
like
you ha-
Snatch is my favorite Guy Ritchie movie.
But if you're watching this and you haven't seen Goodfellas,
oh, for sure. If you haven't watched either of these, go watch both of them now. I would imagine most people haven't seen Lock, Stock because it's an independent movie, unless it's on cable somewhere. But
true.
Goodfellas is well regarded as the movie Scorsese should have won the fucking Oscar for.
Oh, it's better than The Departed.
It's like his best film.
yeah, that movie was so good.
Yeah. I mean, he's done a lot of great
Why'd
films.
you
but
do
one was
that,
great.
Karen?
Yeah. And I'm not a huge mobster
No,
film guy.
I've never watched any of the Godfather
I
movies.
watched 2 of them.
Suck
First
it,
2,
internet.
but they're boring as fuck. Which I'm surprised you don't like them. It's like fucking Kubrick style of pacing. It's just boring as shit. Yeah, Goodfellas.
I watched Hoffa. That
I've
was
never seen
that was not great, and that was Pesci and De Niro.
Sure. But. Monty Python and the Holy Grail versus Kingsman: The Secret Service, which is the sequel's coming out. I did enjoy the first one. It was
it's fun movie.
basically a fun origin story for 007 that doesn't involve itself with 007.
It's extreme James Bond. It's what Triple X was trying to be,
If
but
you've
done
caught up
the right
with James
way.
Bond, it's James
you know
Bond.
what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
It's what Triple X wanted to be.
No, Triple X is specifically extreme sports people doing. So
Okay,
that's
this
why
is-
it's Triple X. This is very much a James Bond origin story.
Monty Python for me.
But yeah, it's a classic. Even though I'm not a huge
it's
Monty Python.
probably my favorite of the Monty Pythons.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure. Predator
Get to the chopper.
versus Home Alone. Home Alone. Yeah. The prequel to the Saw series. One of the prequels. Later he gets cancer and starts, torturing people.
Later he becomes Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Which is just bad enough.
Was that you going with Home Alone?
Are you really are we just going with Home Alone?
No, I don't know. I thought you were going Home
no,
Alone. I'm going Home Alone.
Are you?
I like both of these movies. But it's like Home Alone is like a fucking classic versus Predator,
which is a classic.
Too, but it's
don't discount the Predator.
It is in the category of Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie classics.
I don't care.
And those are
some of the best classics of all time.
But still, Home Alone beats a lot of them for me. And it
Home
beats
Alone
Predator.
beats a lot of them, but
So
Predator
Predator's not
is
up
one
there
of
for me.
the best.
Not for me. Predator's not high for me for
How
Arnold
have
Schwarzenegger. Because I probably didn't grow up with it. I watched it a few times. I've seen the sequel maybe. I saw the dog shit fucking Alien vs. Predator bullshit. Whatever.
I even like that one because I like the Predator so much.
But yeah, Home Alone is fucking... I mean, it's just a fucking...
I'll go Home Alone,
it's
but...
just like classic.
But to make
There's
that
moments of
decision
Predator
so
that are
quick,
classic.
like the Predator is
that's
such a good
easy
movie.
for me. I like both of these movies, don't get me wrong. They're both in our top 250. But if I had to guess, Home Alone's already way up. I'd like Home Alone somewhere in our top 20. I wouldn't mind if it's in our top 20. Top 15, top
50.
20. No, fuck it. There's some bullshit in our top 20 still. The last 5 could easily be gone.
But there's 5 others that I'd put in its place before
Like-
Home Alone.
Yeah, but this could easily replace the 2 movies on our top list that we're split on. That could replace Donnie Darko and fucking Goodwill Hunting. Or, I mean, it's not
Eternal
beating
Sunshine.
Eternal Sunshine ever. There's no way. But I'll give up fucking Goodwill Hunting.
Wait, how do you
Goodwill
get
Hunting,
2 that I hate?
Goodwill Hunting is the fucking... I don't know. You're a hater of good movies. I don't get it. I don't know why you don't like those movies, but you don't like them. I just don't like Donnie
I'll go
Darko because
Home Alone.
overrated as fuck. But I get why people like confusing movies. All right.
The time and place
I mean, it's like
that I
if
saw
these
that
were like
in my life.
Home Alone, then Predator, I'm good with that. They could be 1 and 2 and whatever, but I don't think Predator should be above Home Alone. 8 Mile
80 miles?
versus Team America World Police.
Fuck yeah.
Team America World Police.
Fuck yeah.
You're not mad that I made such a quick decision?
Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah?
Yeah. A fucking marionette movie beats 8 Mile. Pitch Black versus Mrs. Doubtfire. The best movie in the Riddick franchise. Granted, it's probably the one of 2 movies I've seen in the Riddick franchise. But I got to go Pitch Black. I was
Mrs. afraid.
Doubtfire.
I was gonna fight you to the death on this one, but you came out and said Mitch Black.
If it was any other Riddick
you know that
movie,
guy Mitch Black? Yeah. I'm going Mitch Black.
Yeah, it's an independent sci-fi movie that turned into a franchise, but only same thing with Saw, independent horror movie turned into a franchise. The
Vin
first
Diesel
one's
financed
great.
the whole last one.
Well, that's fine. I'm sure he's been a producer for a while. He knows it's a moneymaker. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, Pitch Black.
I bought that shit.
The only good one. Napoleon Dynamite versus Jackie Brown.
Jackie
One of
Brown.
the most underrated Tarantino movies, but it's really hard to underrate any of his.
It is, but this
movies.
is definitely his most underrated movie.
Probably. I mean, sure. People don't talk about it, really.
Yeah. De Niro, Chris Tucker, Sam Jackson.
Yeah, they killed Chris Tucker. I love that. Chris
Throw him in
Tucker
the
should
trunk.
not live throughout any movie.
And I love Napoleon Dynamite when it came out. I bought it. I watched it a bunch of times, but for
I went
some
to
reason,
the theater and watched that 3 or 4 times.
and it was so funny every time, right?
I watched it in
and then
video.
weirdly enough, it
well,
just
and then
it
that
hit
genre
it hit
of film.
the crest,
No,
and
it's the same thing that happened to The Matrix. Every fucking movie that came out after this was a Napoleon Dynamite ripoff, and the fact that deadpan style got just washed out is the exact same thing with Bullet Time after The Matrix.
Yeah.
Hollywood killed that movie. They killed it. Because then every fucking movie was just this, like, trying to be Napoleon Dynamite.
Jackie Brown.
But yeah, Jackie Brown's great.
Schindler's List.
Holy shit, these
versus
are two depressing
Night at the
movies.
Museum.
Schindler's
It's
List.
depressing
versus
that
Night
I
at the
want to
Museums.
root for Night at the Museum, even though I know Schindler's List is a far superior movie.
Sure.
But I've only been
Night at
able
the
to watch
Museum's
Schindler's
not-
List once.
But here's the thing. Despite it being a downer and just technically a good movie, film, whatever, but seeing it once, good. I'm good on that. Rather watch Dunkirk again 100 times.
Oh, yes.
Schindler's List.
If
However,
especially runtime wise.
However, both of these movies aren't going to be high on our list. They're
No.
both going to be low.
I want you to
And
be.
there's no way I can vote for Night at the Museum to beat Schindler's List. There's no way. It is a bad movie.
whatever. It's
a
not-
bad kids movie, and I'm too old.
It's fine.
It's a kids movie.
But
You get to see Robin Williams
I'll-
before he's dead.
I'll concede whatever. Schindler's List is a far superior movie.
Yeah, he's
but
not getting anywhere near the top, so I'm not worried
No,
about.
get
But
get
like
this
between
shit out-
these two films,
click something.
I
Get it out
cannot-
of my face.
I
I
cannot
don't even
have
wanna-
Night at
I
the
don't even want to
Museum.
see it.
I'm
I'm
getting
getting bummed out right
Yeah.
now just
Okay.
thinking about
That's
the
all
Schindler's
right.
List.
Yeah, it's probably like number 16. The Sixth Sense versus Trading Places.
6 Sense. Man. Whoa, you're
It's close.
pausing on Trading Places?
I don't know. Trading Places is like
It's
I don't know. I
a
haven't
fun
revisited
movie,
it in
but
a
the
while,
fucking
but
6 Sense.
yeah,
It's the one Shyamalan movie I'll fucking ever go with.
yeah. Well, you didn't mind Unbreakable. You liked Unbreakable, and you haven't seen Split.
I didn't mind it, but I also have.
He's slow.
I think it's super
slow
slow.
was your. But you've gotten used to slow movies. If you saw it in a theater,
If I
you'd
had
probably
seen it
have
in
a
the theater,
different-
I would have
yeah.
had a whole different. But
Yeah.
I watched it at home, and
Yeah.
I literally
It is slow.
I snuck fast forward into it, like
Yeah,
I was sitting
Oh,
there,
well,
like,
then-
and I was like,
that's horrible. Never do that. Either turn the movie off or don't fast forward.
I
Skip
snuck
through your
fast
shit.
forward. I've watched.
You're
it again.
missing-
I've
you could
watched,
potentially
I've
miss-
watched it again since.
Oh, okay.
But the first time I watched it, I was
Yeah.
literally, I was so into it,
Yeah.
and then I got so fucking bored.
Well, you're at
and then
home,
I was into it again.
and everything's a distraction.
I had no internet back then.
Oh yeah, like internet's distracting. You're not in the theater.
True.
You can just fucking walk outside, go take a piss, go to the kitchen.
Smoke a cigarette real
Yeah,
quick.
sure. It's like there's zillions of distractions before computers and phones.
6 Sense.
Yeah, Sixth Sense. Which I'm sure if you watch that for the first time at home, you probably would got bored. Because all of his movies are pretty slowly paced. Fantasia.
Walt Disney's 1940 animated
Classic.
This is like one of the original
Well,
feature releases from Disney.
maybe, but it was the
1940.
One of the first
it's
and-
actually the first feature length.
is the only animated feature to be animated to the music. All
Yes,
the animators
music was done, and then the animation was
listened
done
to it.
the music.
Yeah. And then they tried to redo it with Fantasia 2000
Which is
with computers.
it's
and,
pretty much
not
the
same
Faust
thing.
story, but with
Well, it just
magic.
goes to different
Yeah.
shit.
versus Life of
Life
Brian.
of Brian, which I'd go Fantasia. Like I said already, I'm not a huge Monty Python. I do enjoy Fantasia, but I'm not gonna watch either of these things. And Life of Brian's probably the second
I would
favorite of the Monty
you know
Python
what?
movies.
I gotta go with Life of Brian. Out of all the Disney movies, like
Oh, sure.
this is probably the
but it's
one.
not a Disney movie. I mean, it's a Disney movie, but it's
No,
not your
it's-
stereotypical Disney movie. It's not
the first
princess
Disney movie. I don't
and
know, yeah.
hero.
But there's
It's-
no dialogue in this entire movie. It's
Yeah.
just a score,
I know.
an animation.
Yeah.
Life of Brian. It's funny. It's doing the whole Jesus parody. It's mocking that. I would rather watch
It's
that.
a fictional movie about a fictional religion.
Exactly, but I would still. I've got 10 other Disney movies I'd put in front of Fantasia,
Sure.
and I've got one
However,
Monty Python I put.
let's
in
say
front of that
Fantasia is. I mean, they've done a lot of dog shit that I probably haven't seen. But let's say Fantasia, the worst of the Disney movie. I will take the worst of the Disney movie over
The
a
second
genre of
best.
comedy. I don't like. It's the second best of a franchise. I don't give a fuck about. If this was Holy Grail, I go Fantasia. I go Fantasia over every single Monty Python thing has ever done.
Then we got to take
because
this,
that's
the
me.
judges.
I prefer. I'm just saying, for me,
I'm probably gonna lose this, but
I'm not a fan of the dry British comedy. I'm a fan of artists doing shit. It's just like, hey, we made this art piece in the 40s. Let's put it put it in theaters. They're not trying to do some fucking bullshit Prince and hero shit.
This is also art, though, too. I mean, it's just not art.
But it's not an art that I enjoy. As far as comedy is art, genres of comedy, that fits into a genre that I'm not a big fan of. Like, I like Joe Rogan and Ari Shaffir and fucking.
But I still put that in front of that.
Sure. But but your thing being this is the worst Disney movie or whatever.
No, I don't think it's
whatever.
the worst. But
if it was the worst, I still put it above every Monty Python movie. So that's why the second best Monty Python is still two.
You'd be like Pocahontas
above.
over fucking over Holy Grail.
Well, I don't think this is the worst one.
I don't think it's the worst.
An argument,
but I'm saying like.
I think this is better than most of the Disney bullshit that's out there because it's the most.
It's like fucking 45 minutes.
Sure, I don't give a shit. That's better because it's longer.
Actually, I don't even. It might be a half hour.
I think you have to hit at least 70 minutes to be a theatrical. This isn't TV.
I don't know about back then in the 40s.
I don't know either, but it could be 10 minutes. Fantasia could be a 10-minute clip. I like it better than any of the Monty Python shit.
Take it to the judges.
Yeah. I'm curious.
I'm probably going to lose. Fantasia is like such a
dry British comedy. Even the shit Turn It Up to 11. I don't think I've ever finished watching that. It's just and that's
Spinal
mockumentary,
Tap.
but it's still like there's a genre of comedy that's just I don't give it. Like Bean, Mr. Bean. You can go fuck yourself, Mr.
Yeah,
Bean.
I really never got into the Rowan Atkinson.
Let's see.
Monty Python or
let's go Life
of Brian.
All right. Life of Brian coming in 96% versus.
This is scary because I think it could be close.
All right. So 96 versus Fantasia coming in at 96.
Fans? Oh, shit. This is the second tie
ever. Hold on. I need a drink.
Now I gotta get a drink.
I wish my 40 wasn't so warm. All right, so we have a second tie. I don't even remember what the first tie was, but this is our second tie. 96% for
Holy
critic
shit.
score. Fantasia versus Life of Brian. Fantasia comes in at 83.
See, and
versus,
I kind of remember.
Well, we're going to find out. 83% fan score for Fantasia versus 93 for Life of Brian.
Oh, shit.
That was a close
second tie ever. I'm glad we went to the judges.
I'm not. I still want Fantasia above it. Judges fuck me all the time.
Oh shit! This is a weird
this
combo.
One's super easy.
Yeah.
It is an interesting combo. iRobot versus Robocop, the original Robocop. iRobot
God damn
is a dog shit movie.
Thank you. All right.
It is. You know what? What it reminds me of?
I was literally
most Will Smith movies.
I was literally about to be like,
iRobot is like not much different from fucking.
And I know that you're not a big RoboCop fan, but I'm like,
oh, yeah.
I don't want to have this.
God damn it! Bullshit. The only good thing about iRobot is the fact that a show I used to watch, a reality show called American Choppers, made a custom bike for Will Smith.
I watched
that bike was amazing. The movie. Ugh. One of the reasons I'm not a fan of Will Smith.
You don't like Sonny the robot?
I don't remember any of the names. That movie's so forgettable. Like so many of his movies. He had a bionic
arm in that movie. And he hated robots.
He needs to stop acting. And he needs to abort his kids.
Post abort his kids.
Just do it. RoboCop.
3 more.
Sure. Dun, dun, dun.
Saving your choices. Choices getting saved today.
Speak of the devil. Goodwill Hunting versus Dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
Yeah, I'll go Dodgeball.
Oh, shit.
Listen, I understand. I don't want to fucking have to argue with our top 20 movies all the time. I'd like to agree on a top 20.
I would too.
And get just I love Goodwill Hunting. I love Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind way more than Goodwill Hunting. Way more. So that one's a tougher one.
How about them apples?
Yeah. But I do enjoy, this is the only good Batfleck movie, really. Although I did see The Town, I think. That was pretty good. But he's still horrible. He's a horrible actor. Dodgeball. I'm glad he's leaving the Batman series.
I doubt he does.
He is. Oh, he's already left. He was going to be a director, left that, and then he's going to be Batman, and he doesn't want to do that now. So it's like, it sounds like he's trying to get out.
And I follow all those sites, so.
Well, it just came out today. I saw it. I saw it on Facebook/film. But I didn't read the article. I just read the headline. And I was like, fuck Batfleck. Meet the Fockers versus the original Tron.
Tron.
I
love Tron.
Tron's
it's
okay.
so corny.
It's good.
And it's so
whatever.
early animation, but I love the idea and that they went for it.
Sure. It's for the time. It's great. Sure. I'm not a big fan of the sequel for sure.
No. It was
Scream 2
It was
poster.
interesting visually, but not the rest of it was.
I mean, it was
no
the
story.
Daft Punk soundtrack.
Yeah.
Or music
video.
Yeah. It was the Lemonade before Lemonade. Scream 2 versus.
Oh, I thought you just wanted me to scream twice.
Sure. Royal Tenenbaums 2. That's not how you Tenenbaum.
How do you?
You gotta like get a fedora or something and straighten your cuffs.
I would figure that you had to get some Tiger Balm.
This is
and
like
some
the origins of hipster.
Oh, what if you hit like balm with like a tennis racket? Would that be close to Tenenbauming?
That's definitely turning our show into more of a Jackass kind of premise. If we're gonna get hit with tennis bomb from a tennis racket.
No, but I'm just saying, like, wouldn't that be Tenenbauming?
Tenenbauming. Sure. Or you're just embalming 10
well,
people?
I screamed twice and you were like, that's not Tenenbauming. So
No.
what is Tenenbauming?
Anything other than screaming, doing exactly what you just did again.
All right, I guess.
Scream 2 and then Royal Tenenbaums sound exactly the same when Keith is scared.
Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah, Royal Tenenbaums. The last one. Lethal Weapon 2 versus, speaking of
Diplomatic
bomb
immunity.
or hair products, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Got the, I forget what the kind of hair gel or hair fucking wax.
Grease?
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon 2.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon 2.
Diplomatic immunity.
Well, oh wait, that's Ray.
Yeah.
I got a woman. That's not the.
Way
Oh!
over town, that digs on me.
So that was it. Ah, we're almost to 1,000. Oh, we keep doing this fucking shit. We should try and get to 1,000 in our next thing. Just do new movies that we haven't rated,
Sure.
so they're guaranteed to be. Let's go over our list, see if anything
I don't
changed.
think anything-
I don't think anything did either. We'll go
Like,
over
not
it another
big.
time.
No, let's
All
see
right,
it.
we'll go. And
I want to see it at least.
All right. Well, if we're gonna see it, might as well make it happen. So coming in still at number 1, Fight Club. Number 2, Office Space. Number 3, The Big Lebowski. Number 4, Empire Strikes Back. And number 5, Anchorman,
That's
The Legend of Ron
solid
Burgundy.
top 5.
I do agree.
Let's go
agree.
on. Number 6, Inglourious Bastards. Number 7, Goonies. Number 8, Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. Best of that franchise.
That's fine. Still
Number
should go
9,
lower.
Jurassic Park, the
Better.
original,
The only good
obviously.
one. Yeah.
Number 10, Forrest Gump. Boom, I like that top 10.
Solid top 10. Number 11, Neverending Story. Number 12, Toy Story.
A lot
Number
of stories.
13, Return of the Jedi Story.
Like that story.
Number 14, Terminator 2, The Judgment Day Story.
Ooh, best
And number
story.
15,
A super
The
bad
Superbad Story.
Oh, shit. Number 16, The Hangover. Number 17, Dodgeball jumps up into the top 20. Number 18, Goodwill Hunting. Get the fuck out of here. Number 19, Braveheart. Number 20, Team America World Police. You're lucky Donnie Darko got bumped.
I just noticed that.
Yeah.
I was like, where's Donnie? You know what's also not in the top 20?
Eternal Sunshine. Bumpage.
I don't know how that happened, but it did. I mean, it's probably been a
I
while.
doth protest too much.
Keith's been logging in. He's like, fuck your shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's fine, though. It hurts a little bit. Just know it's gone.
There's like one or two for each of us.
But I
on
like
that. It's a
solid top 15. Perfect timing.
Yes,
Perfect timing.
that is the best.
Server error. All right, that's great.
Do yourself a favor and get yourself Kindle Unlimited. Go through my link, inspireddisorder.com/Kindle, to get yourself unlimited books. That's right, unlimited reading, listening on any device when you sign up now for Kindle Unlimited. Go through my link and sign up, inspireddisorder.com/Kindle for your free trial. Make sure you follow Keith Spurlock on Twitter at KeithSpurlock1. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/InspiredDisorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at InspiredDisorder.com. And follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!